A Cup final appearances in a row when they took on Chelsea in Cardiff in 2002. And it was a busy time for the Gunners. With one game left to play in the league, they were on course for the second double of the Arsene Wenger era. But Chelsea were no strangers to success in this competition and were led out by the recently retired hero of the 1997 final, Roberto Di Matteo, as they aimed to lift the famous trophy for a third time in 5 seasons. Commentators, Trevor Brooking and John Motson.
Now then, Arsene Wenger had 3 major decisions to make. Number 1 was number 1. David Seaman plays his first FA Cup tie of the season with Richard Wright on the bench. That's also the fate of Martin Keown as Sol Campbell returns alongside Tony Adams. In midfield, Ray Parlour is preferred to Edu. There are 3 members of the French World Cup squad, Vieira, Wiltord and Henry. And alongside him, Trevor, Dennis Bergkamp at last gets the chance to start an FA Cup final.
13, William Gallas. 14,
Well, Chelsea also have 3 Frenchmen. The captain, Marcel Desailly, former Arsenal double winner, Emmanuel Petit, and the pacey William Gallas, drafted in this morning when, as you've heard, John Terry woke up feeling unwell. Celestine Babayaro and Graham Lasso both return after injury, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank starts after that intensive treatment on his calf injury. So Mike Riley starts the 2002 FA Cup final. Traditional colours, Chelsea in blue, Arsenal in red with the white sleeves. Arsenal chasing the double. Both teams already qualified for Europe next season. Hasselbank, Lampard, and immediately Freddie Ljungberg, who scored last year here against Liverpool. Parlour for Arsenal. Lasso steps in. Gallas. On the right, Jesper Grønkjær, hesitating there in front of his colleague Melchiot. Ball was out. Patrick Vieira looking for Bergkamp. One can't help reflecting on what happened in this stadium last year. Arsenal seemed to have the game wrapped up against Liverpool. They missed chances to go 2-0 up and were then really mugged by Michael Owen, weren't they?
Well, you just got to give credit to Michael Owen. That was him at his very best, second goal in particular. Arsenal defended and Liverpool broke. He used his pace and tucked it in with his left foot.
Will it be different this year? Desailly's header. Hasselbank. Well, they'll be looking very closely, the Chelsea fans, at their top scorer to see if he has shaken off the injury. 29 goals for them this season. That's Lauren, the right back, who took a knock from Graham Lasso. And Lasso quick to try and apologise, but there'll be words here from the referee and maybe a booking.
Well, it was a sort of waist height. Lauren ducked down, and you could see Graham Lasso then went with his foot up. I think he did generally go for the ball, but he's got contact with the head, and that's why he's going to pick up a yellow card. It's a little bit unlucky, I think, but after 2 minutes, it's a dreadful time to pick up somebody like Graham Lasso, who's had his disciplinary problems, and now he's got, 80 minutes to really be tense about not doing anything silly again.
He's been trying to force his way back into the England squad, but injury hasn't helped in that particular pursuit. Parlour. Adams. Arsenal with forward stretched right across the pitch here ahead of the play. Here's Bergkamp. Looks for Henry. Now there might be some space here. Thierry Henry. Wiltord's shot blocked by Desailly. Here's Lampard for Chelsea. Grønkjær. He's got support either way here. This is Graham Lasso.
Well, I think he's going to knock it wide to Johnson, but to be fair to him, he hit it pretty well.
This is Vieira. David Seaman now 38, playing in his 520th match for Arsenal. having had a shoulder injury which meant he missed quite a chunk of the season. His coach Bob Wilson is here today. He's retiring next week after many years as Arsenal's goalkeeping expert. It's going to be a free kick in favour of Ashley Cole. Oh, why have they given that away? Lampard. And he brings a save out of Seaman. That was careless by Arsenal, Trevor.
That was Vieira. It was one that, you know, he deliberated over and actually anticipated pretty comfortably by Frank Lampard.
Vieira to Cole. Henry and Bergkamp starting their runs. Now this is Bergkamp and they didn't check him. Chelsea and Dennis Bergkamp heads just wide. Loose marking and the first real chance of the game.
Well, if it was on target, it was in. Kudicini's in no man land here. Gets stranded. Bergkamp knows that, tries to lift it, give it the height to clear the keeper, which he did, but he just took it away from the goal. Great ball from Vieira, and Bergkamp so close just to lobbing Kudicini.
Patrick Vieira delivering the long pass, and Bergkamp, who's been in such mercurial form. Here he is again. Oh, great skill. Can he get on Wiltord through here, or even Lundberg? They crisscrossed a little bit and maybe got in each other's way.
With Gallas as well, his pace got him back there. Now here's a chance for Chelsea.
Hasselbank with Good Johnson to his right. Sol Campbell, a masterful challenge. So, openings suddenly appearing at each end.
Sol Campbell who got back, Tony Adams went in, Hasselbank took it past him.
Henry and Desailly, the two French World Cup colleagues, in contention there. I was talking, wasn't he, Thierry Henry, in the interview with Gary Lineker about his relationship with Desailly. This is Parler. Arsenal attacking the end where the Chelsea supporters are gathered. Here's Lauren. Oh, that's given away to Good Johnson. Poor pass from Lauren. Hasselbank, Good Johnson again. And Vieira comes back to challenge. Good Johnson's beaten him. This is Lasso. Oh, and Good Johnson didn't really connect properly.
I think he was surprised Sol Campbell actually missed the cross. He does very well here, spreads it out wide, then he gets into the penalty area, and then he just sort of shins it into the ground, not making a good connection.
Adams. Bergkamp to Henry. Forward run by Lundberg. This is Wiltord. Oof. Lundberg. Wiltord again. Henry waits in the centre. Lauren! The nearest we've come to a goal in the first half, and it's the fullback from Cameroon who gets into the 6-yard box for Arsenal.
There's a great build-up play. It looks as if they were going to cut them open. Wiltord involved 2 or 3 times. Checks back out with the right, and Lauren now coming in. You see, look around, so just does enough to stop him keeping it down.
Lasso again. Hasselbank's making his way to the far post now. Graham Lasso's cross. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank couldn't. Gronkier! I think there was a flag up actually on the far side. It's quite hard to see in the sunshine, Trevor, but I think it was an offside, or was it a foul?
I think Hasselbank was pushing. Graham Lasso does very well, hangs the cross up, and it's just here where he suggests he's pushing and pulling at Ashley Cole, so the whistle had gone then.
Here's Lauren. This could be the last attack of the half. Dennis Bergkamp, Lauren again, Lundberg in the centre, Henry further over, Lundberg! And now on that note, Mike Riley brings the first half to a close. More promise than fulfilment, in fairness, on both sides. One or two players upset by refereeing decisions. In fact, as I speak, Mike Riley has one of the... Henry's gone up to the referee and still talking to him, in fact. That was a protest, I think, about the latest offside decision, but whichever way you debate them, the half-time score in the 2002 Cup final between the two London Giants is Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0. Well, Sven-Göran Eriksson, the England coach there, who names his squad next Thursday. John Terry, promising though he is, wouldn't be allowed, or Sven wouldn't be allowed to select him because of a court case pending over the Chelsea defender, but he's certainly back in the cup final, and we thought he might not be, having scored the winner in the semi against Fulham, John Terry. And Arsenal to start the second half, playing now towards their own supporters. And the cup final next season, by the way, will be the last game. The idea of playing a Premiership programme a week later is thankfully going to be abandoned. Does seem a bit back to front, that, to me. Here's Wiltord into Bergkamp. Thierry Henry giving John Terry his first test. In fact, he left it to Melchiot. Terry is wearing number 26, incidentally. This is number 23 for Arsenal, Sol Campbell to Lauren. Now Wiltord against Lasso. Lauren down the line, all headed by Desai. It nearly fell for Lundberg. Here's Cole. Vieira. Oh, nice ball. Thierry Henry for Arsenal. Oh, beautifully done, but well saved. Kudacini, who read what he was going to do.
Well, great save by Kudacini. Terrific ball from Vieira. Melchiot goes to sleep and actually just has to wait for it to come down, so he doesn't hit it with his left, comes inside and sort of stabs it and can't quite get the power to beat Kudacini.
Challenged by Lampard here. Oh, the flag's up. That's deemed to be a foul, and Bergkamp takes the free kick mighty quickly to Vieira. Oh, carelessly gives the ball away. Now then, Hasselbank for Chelsea. One of those early shots of his. Ashley Cole kept it in. Bergkamp, Parler. Petit, Hasselbank, Eidegar Johnson away to his left if he can keep his feet. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Here is Gudjohnsen. Oh, David Seaman had to turn it over the bar.
Great save. That was in. Wonderful effort from Gudjohnsen. He hesitated. He went for the top far side of the goal.
Desai was in difficulties there. He's given it straight to Lundberg. Henry. There were 4 blue shirts around Thierry Henry there. And Chelsea once again smuggling the ball out of defence. And it's Melchiot to Gronkier. He's onside. Gudjohnsen and Hasselbank in the middle. Yes, but Gronkier for Chelsea. Graham Lasso.
He did everything right. Came inside Gronkier, terrific run in the first place, picked out Graham Lasso, shapes to hit it with his left, comes inside on his right foot.
I think Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is still showing signs of that injury. He's slowed up a little the last couple of minutes, but here's Gronkier, and Hasselbank's still there for now. He's definitely still there. That's a corner.
What a recovery from Tony Adams there, that was. Again, Sol Campbell was put under pressure, poor clearance. Gronkier picked it up, come outside, and then it comes off Tony Adams. You think Hasselbank's going to have the shot, but he makes the tackle.
Well, Arsenal have been under the cosh a little these last 5 minutes, but this is Bergkamp. Wiltord. Henry is to his left. Henry to Wiltord. Oh dear. Such a good scoring record, Wiltord, in FA Cup games, certainly last season, and also against Chelsea as well. 16 goals he's got this season, but dear, dear. Ronkai is taking on Cole. Parlour, just in time as Lampard challenged. Adams. Wiltord, oh, good running by Ray Parlour here. He's got two to his left, but Parlour shoots! Oh, Ray Parlour has given Arsenal the lead in the cup final with a belter. Oh, what a shot! 69 minutes gone, and Arsenal take the lead.
Oh, what a goal. Built on, he plays a massive role in this. Releases, he knows Parlour's gone, he thinks he's going to knock it, they back off, they just give him a bit of space. Cudicini then gets the faintest of touches. We've spoken about all the flair and the skill of the overseas players, and it's an English midfielder who comes up and clips it in the top corner. Cudicini, having got his hand there, should he have just done enough? But it's a wonderful strike, great goal.
Here's Adams. This is Edu.
The other option for Chelsea now, of course, looking at his bench, is Zenden to give the width over another side.
So let go Johnson offside. Won't count. Won't count. Well, that will go down, that effort of Ray Parlour's, as one of the memorable cup final goals, I fancy. That's an offside decision. Gallas to Gronkier. Ashley Cole. Oh, good ball. And Henry could get Cole away. It's Ashley Cole, the England fullback, in on goal. Can he beat Cudicini? May not have to. Henry! Great save, Parlour! Following up this time, scoops it wide.
Well done, Ashley Cole. I mean, they're 1-0 up, but he took the chance, went on the break, got released, and I thought he was going to score. Henry then went for the far post. Good save by Cudicini. And Ray Parlour nearly helped himself on the rebound to a second goal.
But here's Gronkier down the right-hand side for Chelsea. Zola is in the middle, and so is Johnson. It's too long for the latter, and Lauren just gets the better of Zenden. I thought Henry was going to score there and make it 2-0 and virtually settle it, but rather like last year against Liverpool, he failed to do so. Good save by the Chelsea keeper, in fairness. And Arsenal dig the ball out again. The cup final has come to life in the second half. Desai. Lampard. Oh, look at that from Adams. Knows every trick in the book. Lundberg. On the left-hand side here, Lundberg and Henry. Lundberg's going himself. Freddie Lundberg has curved one. Oh, another wonderful goal for Arsenal. And it's the man who cannot stop scoring, Freddie Lundberg. And he has here made a little piece of FA Cup history. The first man for 40 years to score in successive FA Cup finals.
Well, Johnson loses it. John Terry, he was up in stomach trouble. Freddie Lundberg then bustles his way through. He's got the legs, and John Terry's legs collapsed. And a wonderful strike. He still had a lot to do then. You knew exactly what he was going to do. Cudicini, once he got through on his feet, he shaped himself to curl it. Cudicini started to go to his left, but you couldn't have hit it any sweeter. It's outside the goal until that last few feet. No chance at all for Cudicini. Great strike. What a few weeks this lad has had.
Look at Desailly. If anybody's played with gigantic poise for Chelsea today, it's the French international captain. Zola. Zenden. Only Idiger Johnson in the middle here for Chelsea. Tony Adams, for the umpteenth time, cuts out the cross, but carelessly given away. And here's Lampard. If Chelsea got one back, we'd be in for a storming finish. Vieira. This is Johnson, and it's Gronkier, and Zola's waiting in the middle. Petit is also there. This is Johnson. Terry to Gallas. Zola. Oh, Edu, lovely interception, but not very well played after that. Petit looks for Johnson. Lampard again. Two players in for Arsenal. Edu as well. That's a free kick. Oh. Referee, even at this late stage in the game, is going to his pocket. Idiger Johnson. Yellow card. A little pat on the head for Barner. It's rather late in the day to fall out now. 92 minutes on the clock. A minute of stoppage time to go. Arsenal on their way to the first leg of the double, burying the disappointment of the Millennium Stadium this time last year. Cudicini, who made two fine saves prior to being beaten. Petit to Lampard. Whistles all round the stadium. Gallas. Gronkier giving it away. Vieira to Kanu. Oh. And there it is. Arsenal win the FA Cup for the 8th time. Arsene's Arsenal are on course for another double. Ray Parlour with a real belting goal to open things up. And then Freddie Ljungberg with just as much craftsmanship to make it 2-0. The trophy itself has been all over the place this year to functions and special occasions, raising money for charity. But today, the FA Cup belongs once more to Arsenal. And it may be followed